Hola amigos y amigas. My purpose in this video is to explain to you that flat earth is a theory inspired by bad aliens. It's really, sometimes it is funny that several or many still believe or are new believers that the earth is flat. Now what is flat earth? It means what it says. They claim that the earth is flat and not a sphere. The issue, our major argument, is the word firmament in Genesis chapter 1, taken by biblical literalists. Before proceeding, the following facts will guide the readings of Genesis chapter 1 and 2 and for all the Bible itself. First, the Bible is a book of poetry. It's a books of mythology, books of essays and history, like the book of Genesis, which is more of a mythological book. Secondly, the God of the Bible is an extraterrestrial. They are a group of aliens called the social memory complex Yahweh. Third, another extraterrestrials, the Orion and the Draco-reptilian aliens, meddled in the experiences and events that were contributed by the writers of the Bible. The main theme they inspired in the Bible is the formation of an elitist group, a chosen people, like a superior race, which is the nation Israel. Fourth, the Bible is not a source of physical and biological phenomena investigations. Physical phenomena investigations is the realm of science. Fifth, the origins of the universe and man, cited in chapter 1 and chapter 2, is a poetic form. This knowledge was the evolution of an oral tradition in transmitting the information. So if it is transmitted orally, context and meaning are lost in their transmission. Oral tradition cannot be trusted as much as text written in stones like the Sumerian tablets. Therefore, the use of firmament is a poetic expression meaning heaven or space or the location of suns, stars, planets, asteroids, or the comets, black holes, and all the galaxies. And it is not an enclosure like a bowl or a tent. It is a literary poetry that is much used in many of the scriptures. The Hebrews don't have advanced science of that period, so that their creative or creation narrative in the Bible is very much limited. We cannot accept a poetic narrative to be a scientific fact or scientific data. They are just magnified expression of a poetic narrative, such as the use of the word firmament. Now, if some people insist on biblical inerrancy, then they will definitely have mitigated understanding, and they will have incorrect knowledge, unless they are open while remaining a skeptic. There are a multitude of errors in the Bible if taken literally, especially that ancient information were transmitted orally like the book of Genesis. This is accentuated by the confusion that the Draco-reptilian aliens were transmitting to or inspiring the writers of the Bible like Moses and the prophets. The purpose of the Orion and Draco-reptilian aliens was to gain control of humanity by using the divide and conquer technique. They are very successful in the making of the largest religious groups in the world, the Jewish, the Christians, the Muslims, group of nations, fighting and sometimes killing each other, aside from their infightings within their sect. Hence, Genesis 1 and 2 is a lovely poetry, but not factual scientific data, and it is not a scientific reference. they have a wrong foundation. Physical phenomena are laws of science, should filter biblical phenomena data, and not the other way around, like the insistence of the word firmament as a covering. When you look at Hebrew word etymology, the word firmament means heaven and not a covering like a tent. This is where they went wrong and were easily gobbled by original flat earthers. Flat Earth is the deception of the Draco-reptilian aliens to divide further sectarian Christians. Division is their strategy to total control of humanity. People are being used by the Draco-reptilian aliens by being obsessed with a flat Earth. They use their ego or their feeling of an elitist with a doctrine that most of humanity don't believe, and that they, the very few flat earth believers, feel glorious in believing it. Flat earthers are sowing more chaos now to the already chaotic Christians and sects. Sowing chaos is the trademark of the Draco-reptilian aliens. Flat Earth is a theory inspired by the Draco-reptilian aliens targeting Bible believers. Namaste. Om.